Hi there, folks! We are heading into the weekend in a proper manner, that is, with yet another portion of the latest football news. Let's get the show on the pitch. Kevin De Bruyne is both the Champions League Player of the Week and the winner of the Champions League Goal of the Week award. Aurelien Tchouameni is not gonna leave Real Madrid, despite losing his place in the starting lineup and the possible move of Jude Bellingham, Relevo understands. Manchester United have held talks with Kim Min-jae over personal terms, and the Napoli defender is keen on the move. Marcelo Bielsa will become the new head coach of Uruguay's national team, Fabrizio Romano notifies. Napoli are interested in signing Lille striker Jonathan David as a potential replacement for Victor Osimhen, if the Nigerian does leave the club this summer. If you had told me as a world champion that I had to apologize for traveling when I had the day off, I would go back to Rosario and stay there drinking mate. PSG should be apologizing. But Messi puts the club above everything and you have to take your hat off to him. TX Sports quotes Carlos Tevez. Eintracht Frankfurt have agreed a permanent move with on-loan midfielder Ansgar Knopf and are now hoping to reach an agreement with Borussia Dortmund. Julian Nagelsmann will not be coaching Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs representatives have not met the German manager and have no plans to do so, according to Sky Sports. Sevilla veteran Ivan Rakitic has been named the Europa League Player of the Month. Inter Milan CEO Giuseppe Marotta has been awarded the Order of Merit of the Italian Republic, Football Italia reports. Axel Witsel has announced his retirement from the national team of Belgium. There is Marseille with and Marseille without Alexis Sanchez. He's a player from another level. We may forget that because he's a very normal, very humble person. After aliens like Messi, Ronaldo, Haaland and Mbappe, he's not far behind. beIN Sports reported the words of Marseille head coach Igor Tudor. Borussia Dortmund midfielder Mahmoud Daoud will leave the club as a free agent and move to Brighton and Hove Albion. Manchester United fear they are fighting a losing battle to sign Harry Kane this summer, with Tottenham determined to keep the England captain even though he will soon have just 1 year left on his contract, the Mirror reports. Yannick Carrasco could stay at Atletico Madrid for one more season despite interest from Barcelona. Juventus have officially unveiled their new Adidas home kit for the 2023-24 season. Aaron Ramsey's deal with Nice has been automatically extended for 1 year after the Welshman played the number of matches required for this year. He hopes to stay at the club until 2025. The big teams in the Champions League that are dominating at the moment have a reliable number 9 at absolute world-class level. Everyone is looking for one, everyone wants one. Bayern boss Thomas Tuchel noted at his press conference. Aston Villa and Barcelona are already negotiating for the transfer of Ferran Torres. Barca want around 45 million euros. There are many options to come to an agreement, Diario Sport informs. AC Milan's Rafael Leao has been selected Serie A Player of the Month for April. Last month, the Portuguese netted 4 goals and delivered 1 assist in 5 league appearances. PSG are offering Real Madrid 30 million euros for Ferland Mendy, though Florentino Perez is demanding at least 45 million, El Nacional writes. Footy Headlines has revealed Inter's home kit for the 2023-24 season. Real Madrid expect to finalize the deal for Jude Bellingham by the end of May, Nadimin states. Borussia Dortmund are ahead of Bayern Munich in the race for Ajax midfielder Edson Alvarez. The Hornets have a more substantive interest in the Mexico international and are already in contact with the Sons of the Gods board regarding a deal. Chelsea are set to put a move for Victor Osimhen on hold as they believe agreeing a deal with Napoli would be too difficult this summer, Football Insider informs. Al Hilal have denied reports that they have reached an agreement to sign Lionel Messi. The Argentine's current contract with Paris Saint-Germain expires on June 30th. Inter Milan have a verbal agreement with Lille defender Thiago Giallo, who could replace Milan Skriniar, Calciomercato notes. There is a lot of optimism at Barcelona with La Liga's approval of the feasibility plan. The first objective is to register Xavi and Araujo. Arsenal are showing a strong interest in Red Bull Leipzig right back Mohamed Simakan, The Guardian writes. Eintracht Frankfurt have made bids for PSG defender El Shaddai Bichabou and striker Ugo Ekitike. Yesterday we had openers for a new main European League match week. Fixtures results are in front of you. Alright, moving on to the most interesting news of the release. If appointed as PSG's new head coach, Jose Mourinho would want to sign English Premier League star Harry Kane. There are more and more rumors going on recently about Mourinho being the next chosen one by the Qatari owners of PSG, and in case this happens, the Portuguese manager will ask for the transfer of Kane, with whom he had a good relationship during his spell at Tottenham Hotspur. Earlier on, French sources noted that the Parisians consider the Englishman to be a perfect attacking partner for the central figure of the Red and Blue sports project, Kylian Mbappe. Manchester United will rival Arsenal in order to acquire West Ham United midfielder Declan Rice, who is likely to leave the Hammers in the upcoming summer window. The Guardian points out that Arsenal are seen as the leading force in the race for the player and considered the most likely destination for the England midfielder to pursue his career path. The Gunners have already laid the foundation for talks, and Rice is keen to perform under the tutelage of Mikel Arteta. However, West Ham want to receive at least £100 million for their captain. This amount could become a problem for the London team, while Manchester United, on the other hand, are planning to ignite their interest in the 24-year-old footballer. Bayern Munich are ahead of Real Madrid in the race for RB Leipzig midfielder Dani Olmo. According to info provided by Goal España, the Bavarians are actually the favorites to recruit the Spaniard. This summer marks the start of almost last year with Leipzig. The Red Bull's bosses are trying to persuade Dani to renew the contract, but he resolutely refuses each new offer. Leipzig are likely to eventually agree on letting Olmo go during the summer transfer window for a reasonable fee, so as not to lose him for free in a year's time. Los Blancos are considering Olmo a direct replacement for Marco Asensio, who has yet to sign a new agreement and could potentially leave the club in the summer on a free transfer. However, Bayern are in a better financial position to make the move than Madrid, since the Merengues center all of their financial muscle around Borussia Dortmund's whiz kid, Jude Bellingham. Just about the day before yesterday, we posted the info of Ruben Neves not joining Barcelona due to Xavi's reluctance. However, completely opposite news popped up on the internet yesterday. According to the updated info, Barca president Joan Laporta is negotiating the transfer of the Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder on his own, regardless of the opinion expressed by the team's head coach. Laporta recently met with Xavi in person and explained the potential benefits of Neves' arrival from an economic point of view. Blaugrana are set to sign Neves for €0 and intends to pull off the transfer through a player swap deal. The most realistic option was to include Ansu Fati there, but as the striker has no plans to leave Camp Nou this summer, agent Jorge Mendes is likely to offer Wolves other alternatives, namely defender Serginho Dest, midfielder Nico Gonzalez, and striker Abde Ezelzouli. Moreover, Barcelona does not forget to make progress in the matter regarding Lionel Messi's return. Confidence in the re-signing of the World Cup winner is constantly growing within the club. These days, the 35-year-old Argentine is at the center of a dispute between Barca and Saudi side Al Hilal. Each party is doing everything they can to sign Messi on a free transfer after his 2-year spell at PSG comes to an end. Al Hilal are willing to pay Leo a salary of €600 million a year, which could make him the highest-paid player of the #1 game. Barcelona cannot compete with such an offer, but still believes that Messi will end up choosing his former club. Folks, we would like to remind you that we have a cool channel with 10-minute recaps of movies and TV series. A very convenient format to say the least. If you are a fan of movies, be sure to click on the link in front of you. Thank you for your attention. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.